listening to Footscray Live.
Welcome everyone, live from Footscray City College. You are listening to Footscray Live. My name is James, and today we will have Julian, Santi, and Sean joining me to interview Brendan Fry, and I'm so sorry, but I forgot.
You don't know my name.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, Sally Christie.
Sally Christie, thank you very much. All right, so the name of the show today is The History Show. So welcome guys, how are you today?
Great, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Yeah, that's good. So just to kick things off, I know that you guys were students here before, now you're teachers. What was the school like when you were here before? What sort of experiences did you have?
I finished at Footscray City, I think in 2001. I graduated. The school was very different, but I think there's still a lot of qualities that it still has. For one, when I was at this school, there was no uniform.
Oh yeah,
which for me as a teenager was a big deal in my choices for coming here, that I really wanted to come here because I didn't have to wear a uniform, so I could express myself through my clothes. So that was a big deal, and also the arts were still a really big vital thing of this school. That was another kind of thing that attracted me. I used to travel to come to school here from Bacchus Marsh, so I used to travel a really long way to come here every day. But I think the core values of the school are still the same, that kind of diversity, interest in the arts, fostering students' individuality, still, is really similar to what it was then.
Yeah, perfect. How about you, Brendan?
I graduated here in 2008, so I didn't spend too long away from the building. I agree with Sally. A lot of the values are the same. I think these days things are a lot more organised and things seem to kind of work a lot better than they used to. I have memories of just everything here being a bit chaotic, and I still think they are a little bit chaotic, but back then I think it was a bit more of a Wild West.
Part of the charm.
And it was very charming, and still is. But yeah, I think that's the main thing I remember was, just a bit of chaos in your day-to-day life.
Yeah, right.
Hey guys, Santi here. Just wondering, did you guys have any jobs between graduating and becoming teachers?
I spent a long time at Coles doing night fill in grocery at Showgrounds Village, and it was horrible. So I'm glad to be a teacher.
Yeah,
that's it.
What about you, Sally?
I worked lots of jobs before I became a teacher. I decided to become a teacher quite later on, in my sort of late 20s. So I did lots of things. I worked in video stores, I worked in call centres, I worked in corporate offices, lots of different places before I made the decision to become a teacher.
Yeah, that's cool. What made you want to become a teacher?
I was feeling quite bored having the same sort of thing day to day, working in an office, and going and be able to, I guess, interact with people, knowing with teaching that even though you might be going in the same space every day, it's going to be different. You're going to have different experiences each day, and it's mentally stimulating.
Yeah, for me it was, I'm from a big family of teachers, and my dad's a teacher, his whole family's are teachers, and my whole life I was like, I'm never going to be a teacher, not going to do it, not going to happen. Then I ended up doing some volunteer work at like a local neighbourhood house, and I did some volunteer tutoring, and I loved it. So that made me decide to enter teaching, and I love it now.
Hi, Sean here. What would you rather be, like a student at FCC or a teacher here?
Teacher.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had some pretty fun times as a student here.
That's true.
But things are very different now.
What were some of your favourite experiences from when you were a student at FCC?
I had a really great circle of friends that I still am quite close with a lot of. And that made my experience here really great. Having like-minded people, being able to share, similar interests in music and film. I feel like really sort of finding my tribe friendship-wise here made the experience of a student really a wonderful one.
Yeah, similar for me. I'm still close friends with a lot of friends that I made here. And a lot of us went to uni together, and we stayed hanging out, and I was hanging out with one of them yesterday, in fact. So, yeah, it's definitely the friends are the best memories here.
So I've got to ask, guys, are there any teachers who are still here from when you were in school?
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
We don't leave.
Who was here?
Okay, Paul Dooley was my music teacher. I don't know that he's aware of
He was
that
my science
even.
teacher in year
Was
7.
he?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know
Science
that.
teacher.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know that Paul knows that he remembers that he was my music teacher. Who else? Chris Lovelock.
Chris never
Oh,
taught me, in
Chris
fact.
loved
Chris never taught me either, but
I remember
he was
him.
here.
Yep.
Who else?
John Box taught me in year 7.
Right, yeah.
As his first year teaching, he taught me.
Oh,
Oh, re-
wow.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a few.
Mum as well. Yeah, Paul Dooley and Chris Lovelock taught my mum.
Oh, really?
Oh, right, yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Who else was there? Carol Hogan, who's still around the trap.
Year
She
12
was here.
history, awesome
Yep,
teacher.
Yep,
Yeah.
she taught me English in year 12.
Mm. Anna taught me as well.
Oh, Anna Zala,
Lit,
yes.
yep.
Anna was my year 12 lit teacher
Yep,
as
yep.
well. Yep.
Guys, can you just stop it right there for a second? It's so they're pre-recorded. Now, just speak into your headset there. Hello?
Yeah, can't hear it.
Can't hear it.
Can't hear it.
I can
Little
hear it,
bit.
but it's a little bit quiet.
Your headset.
Sure.
Just speak into your headset, Sam.
This one?
Yes. No,
Oh.
just put your mic
Oh.
down. No, put your mic down. Speak into it down.
Hello?
Put it closer to your mouth.
Hello? Hello?
A bit louder.
Hello?
Yeah, you're right. Yours is
Sure.
a problem. So, Jules, okay, I didn't hear your question. Do you want to
Yeah.
re-ask that question again? I'll edit this.
What was the question?
No, just the one that you asked before. Just
No,
Can't even remember
it
it.
wasn't a question. He was just saying that his
Yeah.
mum was
Yeah.
just talking.
so, all right, mate. Yeah, your headset's a problem. Sandy, yours is okay. All right. Right. So, James, you want to ask the next question, or?
Yeah, sure. So one other thing. Are you guys excited or a bit nervous for the transition to Footscray High School?
Oh, I feel initially quite nervous because my main sort of concern about it was all the things that I love about this place. Like I was saying before, the values, the fostering diversity, individualism in students. My concern was maybe that would change, but I feel like as things have moved on and we've kind of been given a bit more information that those values are very important to the community and to the students and obviously to the teachers. So if they're there, I feel excited about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm similar. I'm really excited for the growth of the school. I'm really excited for this being a senior campus. The amount of subjects we're going to be able to offer and all the opportunities there are just going to be amazing. And yeah, Footscray is taking off as a suburb. It's a great place right now. I really love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us about some of the other teachers that were here. Who were your sort of teaching idols that influenced you to become teachers?
My teaching idols.
Yeah, bit of a
I-
silly one.
I'm trying. There was 2 teachers here then they're not here anymore.
Yeah.
I used to really love my English teacher, which was David Carnes,
Oh, David Carnes, yeah.
and Helen Parr.
Yes.
Yes, so and also Helen Staggle, who was a psych teacher here. So there were 3 teachers for me that really have always stuck in my memory as being great teachers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I've always liked all my teachers here, basically. Yeah, but all the year 12 ones I had, like Anna and Carol and those guys were, they were awesome.
Yeah. And what do you reckon is the best thing about teaching at your old school?
It feels like a really separate experience
Yep.
for me now. It doesn't feel like this is, even though it is my old school, it's a very different thing. Initially to come back here, it was a bit weird. But yeah, I guess it's nice to have some, memories. And the other day, I think they found some photos from all the old muck-up days that they're bringing out today, and there was some from my year. So things like that are really
Yeah,
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same for me. I feel like my brain is overwriting all my high school memories with my teaching memories,
Yeah.
which is kind of a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Footscray City has changed a lot, obviously. Do you think it's changed in a good way?
Yeah, I think it has.
Yeah.
I think it's still got that kind of casual vibe, the first name thing, the Nobel, all those kind of things I love. But yeah, just like I was saying before, it's a lot more organised and cohesive and collaborative. And yeah, I think it has changed for the better.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm Jules. What do you think our school could improve on for next year?
Oh, that's a hard question.
That is a hard question.
I don't know.
You think that's a good thing?
More bicycle parking could
More,
be.
yes, more bicycle parking.
Just little things.
More parking in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I have to really, I think, contemplate that. There's obviously lots of things, but I can't think of anything right off the top of my head. Sorry, Jules.
Oh, good.
Is there anything you were surprised to see changed, like when you left as a student and came back as a teacher?
Yeah, for me it was the uniform.
Yeah.
That was a big change because I think that was a big draw card for the school for in the 90s anyway. I don't necessarily see that it's a bad thing that there's a uniform here now, but that was kind of a big change coming in and seeing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, just the way the building has changed in general. The way A, B, and C school upstairs has all been renovated. Like, it used to look really horrible.
I don't think the Future Centre existed when I went to school
I think
here.
it existed just as I left.
Yeah, I don't
so
think
coming back, it all
when I
felt
was here.
very fancy. I was like, this is a really fancy school now. I was very impressed.
Talking about the uniform, what do you guys think about the Footscray High uniform that we're going to have next
I really
year?
like it. I think it's a lot nicer than what we have at the moment. Also, if I was a parent and my kid had to wear a white shirt to school, I'd be having a nervous breakdown because you get dirty all the time.
Yeah.
So having darker colours, I think it looks really nice. It looks really sophisticated. I really like it.
Yeah, I like it too. I like the scarf particularly. I think I'll wear it.
That's cool.
So one other thing, when you were, becoming teachers, did you originally want to teach back here again?
How I ended up coming back here was when I was at university and we had to do teaching rounds. There was issues with the university couldn't find schools. So I thought, oh, look, I'll just call Footscray and see if maybe they will take me on as a student teacher, and they did. And then I think I did student teaching here pretty much every year that I was studying. And that's how I ended up coming back here.
Yeah, right.
So it wasn't something, I'm really happy to come back here, but it wasn't an intentional thing where I thought I'm definitely going to go and teach at Footscray City. But I am glad to be back here.
Yeah, I wasn't planning to at all. I applied here on a whim. And yeah, it just was a great place. Turned out to be really, really good, but I didn't expect to end up here at all.
Yeah, awesome. All right, so that brings our interview to an end. Thanks so much for joining us, Sally and Brendan. That was James, Jules, Santi, and Sean, and you were listening to The History Show.
You're listening to Footscray